Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Natalie Luge, and I'm an Education Technical Advisor with FHI 360. And today I will be providing an overview of a case study of an education volunteerism program that I supported through the USAID-funded Senegal Passerelles program. Briefly, education volunteerism was piloted through the USAID Senegal Passerelles program. This project aimed to provide girls and boys ages 9 through 16 in the Casamance and Kédougou regions with access to basic education opportunities. One of the project's key activities was the establishment of an extracurricular remediation program led by community-selected facilitators. These facilitators provided targeted support in French reading and math and social-emotional learning for the 25 lowest performing grade 4 students, twice a week in each school. Just to note that this program was provided annually to grade 4 students, and over time, the project made adjustments to the program to better fit the needs and levels of learners and to better support facilitators to better deliver the program. By year 5, an impact evaluation found that students who participated in this remediation program had scores that were approximately 7 to 9 percentage points out of 100 higher in reading and math when compared to peers with similar levels of academic performance, but who did not participate in the remediation sessions. This was a statistically significant result with a 0.35 standard deviation effect size, which is quite a large effect size when compared to similar interventions. How was the remediation program defined? Early on, the project sought to determine the model for this remediation program. The project defined and piloted 2 models in total in order to identify which one would garner the most effective results, function best, and be most likely to be sustainable beyond the life of the project. So the first one we piloted was a school management committee-led program. And so the school management committee would identify facilitators and provide ongoing support to them. The second one was more community-led, whereby the community itself would then need to mobilize local resources, including facilitators, to deliver the remediation sessions. The school would serve as a pedagogical partner to support the program. And so in the end, the pilots showed that the school management committee-led program was the most effective in terms of obtaining results from students and was likely to be more sustainable since it was more school-driven and could rely on school management committee resources to continue beyond the life of the project. So how are facilitators recruited in the selected model? First off, the project worked with the school community management structure to integrate remediation into their annual school action plan to address student learning needs. Grade 4 teachers in the school then administered a project-developed assessment to identify students that were most struggling with French reading and math, and made recommendations of students in most need of remediation based on these assessments and on their in-classroom performance. The school management committee then worked with the parents of these identified students to convince them of the importance of participating in these sessions. Then the school management committee and these identified parents then participated in recruiting and selecting facilitators to lead these sessions. To do so, they used specific criteria. The person must be from the community, have a high school degree, be interested in education or have had experience in education, for example, ex-teachers, and be interested and committed to the development of their community. Once the school management committee selected these candidates, they presented them for validation to school inspectors. How did we support the facilitators once recruited? So facilitators were equipped with comprehensive resources and training to conduct these remediation sessions. They received a facilitator's guide with lesson plan templates and guidance on planning and conducting these sessions, along with a toolkit containing activities tailored to different ability levels for supporting students' French literacy, math, and cell skills. Facilitators also participated in initial and refresher trainings on using the guide and toolkit to organize and apply these targeted lesson activities. During trainings, they were provided with a trainees guide as well, covering the effective use of these materials, facilitation strategies, and the fundamentals of remediation. Additionally, facilitators benefited from ongoing support and regular meetings with grade 4 teachers who provided updates on student progress and recommended focus areas. How were facilitators incentivized? To incentivize facilitators, the project provided small stipends to support their delivery of the remediation sessions. In years 4 and 5, the project co-developed a sustainability strategy with system actors to encourage the integration of facilitator stipends into school action plan budgets. Some communities successfully adopted this approach, while others did not. Facilitators were also valued by their communities, which recognized them as key contributors. This recognition was motivating, and several facilitators were even recruited as substitute teachers due to the training they received through the program. Additionally, the project collaborated with higher education authorities to explore formal recognition for committed facilitators with education degrees, aiming to integrate them into the civil service as civil servant teachers. While this process was still pending at the project's close, it was included as a priority in district-level planning. And finally, in terms of this case, there was one remaining challenge that I wanted to mention, and that is facilitator attrition year to year. So despite providing incentives and supports to facilitators, this was a true challenge that we faced year to year. To address this, the project established a handover mechanism with local education authorities, including the transfer of facilitator training resources for inspectors in schools to enable them to effectively train new facilitators as replacements were needed. And that is a high-level summary of USAID Senegal Passerelle's Education Volunteerism Program. Thank you very much for listening.